Good morning, everybody. Got something for you today. Grandpa had a hair transplant, but Grandpa was poor and they couldn't afford human hair, so they put dog hair on Grandpa. Well, everything was fine, long curly hair, one of those long haired dogs, except for the fact that whenever he rode in a car, he'd stick his head out the window and wave at everybody coming up and down the road by sticking his tongue out. It's funny for today. Hey, to answer the question, how did we get into this mess? There's no denying that the United States of America is in a mess. Morally, of course, spiritually, ethically. How did we get here? Let me read a passage from the book of Judges. The end of Joshua's judging time, Joshua's ministry is over. And verse 6 of chapter 2 of Judges reads like this. And when Joshua had dismissed the people to the children of Israel, each to his own inheritance to possess the land, so the people served the Lord all the days of Joshua and all the days of the elders who outlived Joshua, who had seen all the great works of the Lord which he had done for Israel. Now Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died when he was 110 years old, ripe old age. So they buried him with the borders of his inheritance at Timnath-Heres, in the mountains of Ephraim, and on the north side of Mount Gaash. When all that generation had been gathered to their fathers, another generation rose after them, who did not know the Lord or the work of the Lord that he done for Israel. We want to ask ourselves again, how did that happen? How did we get into this mess? One generation is about 40 years. Well, Judges 2:19 reads like this. It came to pass when the judge was dead, that they reverted and behaved more corruptly than their fathers by following other gods, to serve them, bow down to them, and they did not cease from their doings or from their stubborn ways. How did we get into this mess? Addressing our own country. Let me say from this passage we can read or glean at least one truth. That is, there's a lack of strong and godly influence and leadership, not only in our homes and in our communities, but especially in our government. How do we get in this mess? By neglecting what we knew we should have done. It's a sin of ignorance. It's a sin of omission. We've not done what we knew we should have done, and thus what we've got, we're reaping the benefits of our inactivity. So let me encourage you and I today as we close. That is, where you have influence, make it a godly influence. Where you have sway over people, if you had a chance to turn or expose to them the ways of the Lord, do so. Don't be guilty of the sin of omission in your leadership today. Amen? Amen. Have a good day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.